Hi, it's Luna. I decided I wanted to share with you guys how it is that I got my name Luna. For those of you that might have wondered, some of you have known me for quite some time, so you are very aware that that is obviously not my birth name, and have maybe wondered why it is that I started using Luna, but just haven't asked. So I thought it would be fun to share with you guys how I got Luna, and I don't know, just kind of give you guys a little bit of understanding on, at the same time, what I do and why I decided to use it. And it's quite simple. Some of you know that I am a channel healer, and so during my sessions with clients, I am channeling my spirit guides, and but I'm also now, it took me a while actually to understand this even myself. So for me to be able to share with you guys now is quite exciting for me, because it's been a process, a journey, and even understanding who I am for myself. So when I am channeling, I've learned that I'm also channeling this native healer, which is Luna. And during the way that I even got my name was that a few years back, I was doing some breath work for myself, and I met my spirit guide, who at the time I only knew as Chief. And I had done some breath work a couple of times, and he would always come back and he would give me insight, or he would just really help me with whatever it is that I was going through. And during one of these journeys or breathwork sessions that I did, he basically gave me the name Luna. And at first I was a little bit like weirded and skeptical about using the name, but I just felt like I was supposed to. I didn't, well, no, I did question it. I was like, I don't know. I mean, what do I do? Just start calling myself Luna one day? It's like, I don't know. It felt like if I would, like, gosh, this sounds really bad, but you know how like dancers, I'll just say dancers, have their like alternate name. Well, it felt a little bit like that, like, oh, I'm Rosa by day and Luna by night kind of thing. And it was kind of funny and uncomfortable, but at the same time, it felt very real. So I said, okay, I'll start slow and just introducing myself to strangers that don't know me as Luna. So that kind of eased myself into feeling comfortable with even saying, oh, my name is Luna. But then as time went by, it started becoming to the point where I was like, you know what? This feels comfortable. I am Luna. But what happened is I started feeling comfortable only when I was in session, or when clients would come to see me. Well, now I understand why, and it's because of what I just said earlier, that Luna is a native healer. And so when I'm in session, I'm channeling her. Whether it's, someone comes into my space, or I'm facilitating outdoors, or I'm facilitating the breathing journey, Luna automatically kind of takes over. And when I say take over, it's not like I don't know what's going on, but I just feel this really calm, peaceful energy come over me. And I just know that, I'm a calm person in general, but it's just this shift that happens. And basically she works through me, and it's how I facilitate my sessions or the breathing journeys. But also with the guidance and help of my spirit guide, running horse, which is Chief. It took me a while to even know his name. But anyways, it was quite interesting how this all happened. And so, a couple years later, and I'm Luna. And it was quite kind of that simple, but the transition happened slowly too at the same time. because I did have to ease myself into understanding that this, Luna is part of me, and it is who I am, but it's also not who I was born. Well, no, I was born being Luna, because it just took me a while to understand and recognize this. But what I mean is that my birth name was Rosa and still is. And so sometimes when you meet me, depending on where you meet me, I may introduce myself as Rosa, or if we're in ceremony, you'll always more than likely hear me introduce myself as Luna. And if you've been to my breathing journeys, just about every time I can guarantee that you'll meet me as Luna, because I'm channeling her and I'm channeling my spirit guides, and it's just a whole different energy. I mean, to the point where I've even been told, um, who was that person, because Rosa does not talk like that, or it's just very noticeable, that change or that shift that happens. um, and I don't know, I just thought I wanted to share with you guys. And people have asked me, well, do you prefer that I call you Rosa or Luna? And quite honestly, for me, it doesn't matter. It just, it's up to you guys. I mainly use it for ceremony purposes. And quite frankly, I think people got used to calling me Luna as opposed to Rosa. There's quite a few people, I think mainly it's just my family now. And even my close friends, um, they just really supported me in that way, and they call me Luna. So it's quite neat. And um, the one thing that a client had asked me not that long ago, which I thought was pretty cool, was that if she could also um, have a spirit name, or can anybody have a spiritual name? And I told her, yeah, why not? Just ask your spirit guides. And she was very skeptical about everything in general, everything that I do offer as a healer. She wasn't sure how to feel about it. But I told her, why don't you just ask your spirit guides? And this was right before a breath session that we were going to do with her. And she's like, oh, okay, well, we'll see. And anyways, long story short, right after that breath session, she was completely blown away, because she finished her session and she was like, oh my God, I cannot believe what happened. She goes, I literally heard my name, my spiritual name, and it's Whispering Pines. She goes, and I cannot believe how clearly I heard a voice whisper in my ear. She goes, and it just gave me the chills, because I honestly didn't believe in any of this. She goes, and now I'm walking out of here with this whole different understanding of what you've been talking about this whole time. So I just thought that was pretty darn cool. And so, I mean, I don't know, if you guys are searching for your name, I'm sure that you guys could find out what your name is also. So I encourage you guys to journey sometime. It is very powerful, not only in the healing that it helps people with on all levels. I mean, I'm talking about all physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Very powerful in healing, but also it shifts your vibration so high to where you awaken. I always say you awaken, and you connect to your spirit guides, and eventually you develop a relationship with them where they guide you on your path on this journey, but also brings insight and helps you with direction on personal matters. And I don't know, it's just really amazing. But I just wanted to share with you guys how I got my name. And yeah, it was that simple. And I don't know, like always, thank you so much for watching. It is my pleasure to share with you guys what I've been going through, the things that I've discovered and learned for myself, and pass it on, because I really think that if you or anyone knows of learns something that's very helpful, it's only right to share with people and or that makes you happy. So thank you, and remember to follow me on Facebook under Luna Raya. You can subscribe to my Yahoo, which is Healing Journey. And then also, please join me on Meetup for upcoming events. And you can find me there on under Native Traditions, Healings, and more. Thank you, blessings, and love. Bye.